Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This video is about Project Slayers, and in this video I'm going to be essentially explaining what you can do and what you should do as a max level. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight to it. So as you can see here, I'm level 100. Also I have 100 Thunder and Sword Mastery as well as Fist Mastery. And my clan is actually a Godsima, as you can see here with Godspeed, and I also have the Indomitable Will, as you can clearly see. So essentially in this video, I'm just going to be showcasing like the max thunder damage, as well as with Godspeed, and explaining what Godspeed does, and just how to like prepare with other updates that are coming up. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. With maxed out Sword Mastery, and with the Shinobu Katana, which gives you the most plus sword. As you can see in the bottom, I have plus 6 sword. You do a total of 16 per M1, and then 24 with the final kick. For those of you that don't know, the final kick actually scales off of Fist Mastery, so that's why I also have that at 100. And if you really want to go the extra mile and get that like to the max, you don't have to, because it's not as much as like compared to other swords, and you're not grinding it anyways. You can get that at 100. Moving on, as you can see, 100 Thunder Mastery, the Thunder Clap and Flash with also the sword. It scales on top of it. Where the heck go? Okay, but the Thunder Clap and Flash with all of the other moves as well. If you have plus sword, that also adds on to the damage. So as you can see, plus 6 sword, I also do plus 6 damage instead of what I would normally do with the cap. So obviously 100 Thunder Mastery. So this is how much I do. With I got everything 36, as you can see, and with lightning it's 26. Now, as you can see, at level 100, I only have plus 1 block for my clan. So at level 100, you will have plus 6 block at default without any clan. And since I have a Godsima, I have plus 1. So yeah, that's that. So now once you have the Flash, you will do a total of 8 per hit, about 12 hits. So you should do around 100 something damage, something around there. Not too exact. Next up is Thunder Rain. It kills 22, 22, and 22. So 4 hits of 22, which is a total of 88. One of the higher damaging skills, if not the highest damaging skill on Thunder, actually. Which is pretty nifty. However, it's pretty bad for PvP and stuff like that, because it's kind of hard to hit, and it has a long animation casting. Moving on to the Bright Spirit, the attack is actually very similar to the one sword style in GPO, if you guys have ever played GPO, but it did a total of 42 damage. So yeah, the damage is pretty good. One of the higher damaging moves on Thunder. But yeah, moving on, we also have the Ultimate. The Ultimate does really good damage, and it's also a combo extender, so really good move. It's also the only block breaker on Lightning, or Thunder, however you want to call it. Preferably Thunder though. But anywho, that's besides the point. With this one, plus 6 sword, it does a total of 76. And yes, it is a block breaker. However, if it does block break, it will do half the amount of damage. That's how block breakers work. So now, I will move on to Godspeed. Godspeed is essentially a 50% damage buff. So as you can see here, 54 damage with 39 with the Heat Lightning. So 54 with 1 Thunderclap and 39 with Heat Lightning. Now, if you can see, I get a special dash, kind of like the Reaper Demon art, and it does not increase my M1, and it barrage hit, making it the highest damaging barrage in the game, I believe. Like, that does the most hits, because yes, you could argue Water Wheel does do more eventually if you have like Komodo or something, but Rapid Slashes does like 12 hits per Water Wheel, does 10, so that's that, and it does a total of 150 damage if you want to round it up, which is very, very high damage for one skill, especially considering it's a breathing. Moving on, we have Thunder Rain, which I will test in a bit. You also still get access to the Indomitable Will, which is very nice because it's also a combo extender, and it nerfs things like breathing, the amount of stamina it has, and makes your opponent slower. So it's pretty useful. Also, one key thing to note with Godspeed, you do not do any extra M1 damage, which is, you know, it's okay, I guess, you know, but it really helps out with your breathing. It's only breathing. Now we're going to test the fist damage real quick, because most of you may be wondering what 100 Mastery on fist. looks like. And this is with +2 strength from the Agatsuma clan. So you only do a total of 12, sadly. Because once you get past the 10, I believe, it gets soft cap. So it very little, like, once I got to 10, I got to like 70 mastery, that's when I got to 11. And I got to 10 at like, I don't know, like 40 mastery or 30 mastery. Which is still crazy, but once again, if you're using Shinobu Katana, you can get that if you want. So back to the thunder breathing skills. Godspeed here. We have Thunder Rain. You do a total of 33 per hit with 4 hits. You can see. That is a total of, I believe, around 130. So very high damage. As you can see, also with Godspeed, you have increased regular mobility boost just by walking around in general. Now Rice Spirit does a total of 63 damage. So very high damage skill wise. See? And the last skill we will be testing is the Thunderclap and Flash 6-fold with Godspeed. So, but one thing to note, once you get level 100, you don't get like any really special buff, you know? So it's not like you get a special like increased breathing or increased breathing cap. As you can see, I have 764 health and 505 stamina. That is the max with the Agatsuma and the thing. So, yeah. You also can note that my block, 1+ from the Agatsuma clan. Anywho, this is Thunderclap and Flash 6-fold. And as you can see, it only said it did 11 damage. However, it's a lot more than that, as you can see from the damage. So, anyways, yeah. It's actually 114, but apparently the game like can't register that. Don't know why, but it's a visual bug. Hope they fix it later on. But yeah, so now onto like general aspects. So let's say you want to grind for a new update. What I'd suggest is maxing out mastery, levels, stuff like that, and just, you know, upgrading yourself, you know, getting your breathing style maxed out, and also farming for Wen. This will be very key in updates, considering if there's a new breathing that you want, you're gonna have to have Wen in order to get that breathing, and plus so you can max out your breathing capacity, so you can get total concentration, which is very key. Also, for PvP, I would recommend Demon, because it does very high damage, because one of my friends, he had Arrow Demon Art, only 50 mastery. Each skill did roughly 100 damage, which is out of this world. So, yeah, I'd recommend Demon Arts for PvP, because, you know, and also you don't have to rely on the breathing bar, as you can see there, and you can just use your regular fist, or Demon Claws, which also are very useful, but that's besides the point. What I would prepare as well is just stacking up on boss drops. As you can see, I have here almost every single boss drop that you can currently obtain. I have. And also stacking up on ores will be useful, because let's say they increase the max amount of level or mastery, you can instantly just get either 2 times Wen, mastery, or XP. Or if they add a new clan, I can also recommend that you stack them on ores. Just get a bunch of clan spins and keep using those codes, because even if you don't need the clan spins, just use them if you want. So without further ado, yeah. So pretty much just stack up on everything you can, and that's pretty much it. So see you guys in the next video. Peace.